we, in view of the conduct of the petitioner, we call upon him to submit an explanation why action for contempt of court should not be initiated against him for judicial contempt.
My Lord, it would be civil contempt, my Lord, this disregarding of the court order under section
for क्या उसको कहते हैं? नहीं, for contempt लिख देते हैं वो under the contempt of court ordinance, 2003, read with Article 204 of the Constitution. Stop. The learned judge, acting in undue haste and at the 11th hour, that we saw the list, that the learned counsel went through the list of returning officers appointed pursuant to the 4 notifications and stated that they were all, that in one of these notifications pertains to the officers of the ECP, whereas the remaining 3 are all serving government servants who already were holding their respective positions and have not been put in place for the purpose of this election or on anyone's behest. Stop. The petitioner before the High Court also learned counsel further states that initially the ECP had pursuant to section 51, pursuant to
50 subsection 1 clause C and 51(1)
and 51 within bracket 1, written to the chief justices of the 5 high courts and requested them to provide judicial officers for the upcoming elections, and not a single one of the chief justices agreed to do so. He has referred to a letter issued by the Lahore High Court, which specifically stated that letter किस पेज पे था?
211 to 10 से 211 210
2010
6th of February.
नहीं वो आपका नहीं, the reply.
Reply. 210 to 211.
Emphatic reply was given that no judicial officers can be spared because there are over 1.3 million cases requiring adjudication.
Approximately.
About 1.3 million cases requiring adjudication, and delaying and provision of such officers would result in the tendency to increase and of which the ultimate sufferers would be the litigants. Stop. Under such circumstances, for the petitioner to insist on judicial officers to be provided would effectively mean that a writ be issued against the High Court which is not permissible under Article
199.
199.
Clause 5,
Clause
sir.
5.
199, clause 5. But this is the Chief Justice.
And in this regard, place his reliance upon the case of Gul Tez Khan Marwat. यही है ना?
You have to come to the Supreme Court.
And versus Registrar Peshawar High Court, PLD 2021, Supreme Court 391, which was a judgment by a far member bench of this court. इसमें हमने क्या किया?
इसमें कहा कि reputed नहीं है कि High Court के against.
हाँ?
That becomes a wonderful thing. The only remedy in such a case, according to this judgment, is to approach this court.
And it was held therein that the only remedy, that if at all there was any remedy, it would be to approach the Supreme Court of Pakistan, which judgment appears to have also been disregarded both by the petitioner as well as the learned judge who passed, the learned single judge. Full stop. Under the circumstances, it would be appropriate to we hereby direct that
What's the number of the petition?
The High Court petition, it's
rate petition number 80828/2023 be
What? Yes.
be called from that the High Court should not take any further proceedings in WP number 80828/2023, and the same be placed before and the same be sent to the Supreme Court, and if it is deemed necessary, this court will fix it for hearing. Before this court, full stop. In view of the fact, ordinarily, this court does not pass, it does not suspend orders without issuing of notice, but in view of the fact, but in view of the that the impugned order has come into direct conflict with the judgment of this court, and as the petition as filed appears not to be maintainable, we are doing so. Full stop. The impugned order also comes in the way of the Election Commission to proceed with its duties and responsibilities, constitutional duties and responsibilities for the holding of elections as mandated under the Constitution.
What can we do?
Without further delay, order में suspend कर दिया ना? कर दिया? देखा है? हाँ? Accordingly, in the given circumstances and considering the constitutional stipulations, constitutional and legal stipulations, and the judgments of this court, the impugned order is hereby suspended and full stop. The Election Commission we are informed that the Election Commission had prepared the election program which was supposed to be issued today, and in view of the impugned order, it had not done so. However, since the impugned order has now been suspended, the Election Commission shall issue the election program today. Today, tonight, kya?
Today.
Please. We think as we please, or as the law mandates.
You should be saying that आपने ही करना है ना.
नहीं करना तो बता दें.
We are ready, sir, as per your directions.
हम तो नहीं कहेंगे, हम आपसे अपना काम करवाएंगे. या आप क्या हमें काम करना नहीं आता है? जो आप कहें, हम कभी किसी को नहीं कहेंगे, उससे काम करवाएंगे उसका.
Without fail, we will issue the election program without fail.
The undertaking